Comic talk, they're funny to me. 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 It's time for Comic Talk, where comedians talk about comedy and all things funny. Here's your host, Damon M. Cherry. Comic Talk, they're funny to me. What's up, world? What's going on, peoples? It's your boy, Damon M. Cherry. And you are live right here on Comic Talk, right here on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Make sure you follow us on all the social media so you can be a part of each and every show. So let me tell you a little bit about Comic Talk. This is where we talk to comedians, and we talk about comedy and everything that's funny. Find out what's going on with these comedians in their lives. I got Willie Brown joining me tonight, but he's having a little technical difficulty trying to get on here. So once he comes in, we're gonna bring him in. So shout out to everybody who's already tuned in. Let's see who we got tuned in here to show me. Okay, it's not showing me here, but welcome to Comic Talk, man. Want to give a big shout out to my man Tony Tone for last week's show. We had a great show, man, talking comedy with my man Tony Tone. So y'all make sure y'all follow Tony Tone everywhere he's at, and make sure you follow me on all my social media, Damon M. Cherry, and everything that's going on. George Anthony Quinn, make me laugh, fam. Okay, right. Ha, big dude. What's up, George? What's going on, man? I appreciate you tuning in. Church, Pimpin', what's going on? Pimpin' Church. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man, Pimpin' Ken. You know what I'm saying? I love the approach you made today, man. 27 years. There go Willie Brown. We're going to bring Willie Brown on in. Let's add Willie Brown to the stream. There you go. What's going on, man? You good now? I don't know. I think you're missing some audio or something. Willie, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Ah, man, you definitely got the robot sound going. You got the robot sound going. And you need to take that red flag off over there. I see it to your right shoulder. Take it off your wall. That red graduation banner that says K on it. You need to take it off your wall. Can you hear me? I mean, yeah. Well, there you say something now. Ah, man, this sound like an episode of First 48, man. Like you don't want nobody to know who you are. All right, yeah, you might have to go to the phone, man. But now I guess we gotta do Willie from the phone. What's going on, man? I don't know. You was on the screen. You just sounded like a robot. Yeah, these social media things, man, they crazy. So I'm trying not to have no dead air because I got some people on here. So I'm trying to. I saw it earlier. Yeah, well, you might just go to the phone. You might post the phone up, man. You did your phone definitely should work. If they call, just put them on the line, man. They be part of the show, man. All right. All right, Willie's coming back in. He's coming back in on the phone. Like I said, once again, you're tuned in to Comic Talk right here on Facebook Live. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody who's on. We're having a little technical difficulty with my man Willie's phone. So we're gonna keep it rolling. But before I go any further, let's give let's take a moment of silence for all the folks is going through the thing in Nashville. They had the active shooter today, man, in Nashville. So let's pause for a moment of silence. So yeah, man. Much love to people in Nashville. I got people in Nashville. I grew up down that way. about 53 miles on the Kentucky side, Hopkinsville, Kentucky, about 13 miles from Clarksville, Tennessee, 4 camel runs through all that. So shout out to all my folks down there. I haven't heard anything about anybody that I know. So, shout out to everybody in Nashville. We're praying for you, Nashville. And I don't understand what's really going on with all these active shooters. At this point now, what is it? Within the last year, 230 something in the United States. At this point now, to me, it's almost like a copycat type thing. It's like 263 is. At some point, when does the government just go ahead and jump in and say we're going to do something about the gun reform? And I mean, I know the Republicans got their stronghold on, they want everybody to have their guns, continue with their guns, man. But I honestly don't believe that anything's going to change with gun reform until one of these Republican senators, and I'm going to say Republicans because it's mainly the Republicans who's tied in with all the gun fractions. There go Willie. Let's see if Willie. If he's ready to rock now.
All right, man.
There you go, sir. You sound a whole lot better now. Now you sound like you're ready to rock.
I got all this equipment over here. You would not believe all this stuff I got over here. This brand new computers. Can't get on nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you when you started working is when you took that cap out facade out of the camera.
That's funny.
And everything came in perfect, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all see this second bald head brother on the camera.
That's funny.
That's not me down in Atlanta. That's my man Willie Brown, and he's in his wonderful studio there, man. I was taking a moment of silence for all the gunshots that happened down in Nashville today, man. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with all these active shooters, man. And I'm like, like I was saying, at this point, to me, it's almost like a copycat type thing. And my thing is, if you want to kill yourself, just kill yourself, man. I'm not condoning anybody killing themselves, but if you want to kill yourself, just kill yourself. Don't go shooting other people and taking kids with you and all this, man. If that's something you feel you need to do, if you're having those type of issues where you feel you need to do that, man, just take yourself out, man.
I agree.
What do you feel about that, Willie Brown? Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Willie Brown. We'll get his bio and all that here in a second.
I used to be against capital punishment and all that kind of stuff. But nowadays, the way these people are acting nowadays, I agree with you on that. I agree with you. If you're going to take somebody out, take yourself out.
Right.
Leave these other people alone. They have nothing to do with it just because you got a bad attitude.
And definitely the kids, man. Why the kids?
Why you want to take them innocent kids out, man? They had nothing to do with any of this. What you upset about? What make you so mad? Right. You're a privileged individual in this country. I don't understand. You got the right color. Man. I want to say you got the right sex, but I don't know what your sex is, though.
All those.
You on both sides of the line with that. You on both sides with that, so I don't know.
Right, all these letters today. I don't know what to call nobody. I actually went into a transgender restroom the other day. I seen the sign. It didn't say male or female. It just had the like the male with the dress, and then the dress and the male whatever it was. So it wasn't. I guess anybody could have went in this bathroom at any time. It was at a gas station. It was 2 bathrooms.
You said there was a picture of a man with a dress on.
Yeah, it looked like a man with a dress. I mean, if it was a woman, I'm quite sure she would have had some type of little hair on the side, right? It was like a just the bald-headed stick man with a little dress on. And it said transgender. It said transgender bathroom. And I'm like, wow. So there's no men, no women's bathroom. It's only a transgender bathroom now.
I'm trying to launch this on my page because I know this is so good. We got to get it out to the world.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and give this man his flowers while he's on here, man. We got my man.
There we go.
Well, one of the funniest comedian ventriloquists working on the planet today. I mean, him along with his partners Woody, Uncle Rufus, and Auntie. And I'm gonna let you tell him. I'm gonna let you talk about this new character that you was telling me about that you might want.
Yeah, I'm about to bring him out in a minute. Okay. Bring him out.
Willie's been entertaining audiences worldwide for years. He performs largely at comedy clubs, churches, theaters, family nights, and corporate events. So if you need Willie Brown, look him up at Willie Brown and Woody.com. You seen Willie he did his own dry bar comedy special titled "I'm Beside Myself." He's been on Huckabee TV. He's been on Bouncing's TV sitcom Last Call. He was even on the Ricky Smiley TV show. I thought I seen all episodes. I'm trying to remember your episode on there. Did you have Woody with you?
On what episode?
On Ricky Smiley.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I think I do remember that now. And
it was Ricky Smiley, and it was what's his name who made the sex tape with Kim Kardashian?
Ray J.
Who? Ray J. Ray J. That's his claim to fame, Ray J.
Right.
The sex tape guy. Yeah, the sex tape guy.
Right.
So Ray J was the DJ, and I played the character of a ventriloquist who had gotten a woman pregnant or something. It was Tell the Truth Tuesday or something.
Oh, okay.
And come to find out, it wasn't me that got her pregnant. It was Woody. Woody got her pregnant.
Well, Woody was shooting up the plug.
That was silly. That's some silly. It was some silly stuff, man. It was pretty funny though. Pretty funny. Pretty funny, man. Matter of fact, I think I got him right here. Hey, Woody, what you doing, man? Hold on 1 second.
Okay. So you seen Willie BT Comic View. He's been on HBO Def Comedy Jam. He's been in the movie All About You, Showtime Network's Barbershop. He's
what up, Demond?
Well, what's up? What's going on, Woody?
Hey, man, I can't call it. If I had your hand, I throw 9 back.
Man, what's going on? What's going on with you, man?
Man, I've been in the suitcase all day. He been on here doing network marketing all day. I ain't been out. This is my first time coming out. He on the phone talking about, do you keep your financial options open?
You should have came out that suitcase and helped him get online. He was having issues getting online.
I know, man. What we doing, Willie? What we really doing?
We getting ready to get on some cruise ships, man.
Yeah, man. It's almost we almost there, Demond. We almost there. Yeah, any day now.
And I'm throwing it in the atmosphere that he gonna bring me along with. Let me open up.
Throw it out there, man, because it's time, man. It's time to go to that next level.
Yeah, well, you ain't gotta be looking for no shows. We're tired of looking for shows.
Right. So
we don't want to be booked.
Let me ask you this, Will. How'd you get into comedy? How long you been doing comedy?
How do we get into comedy?
Yeah, how'd you get into comedy?
Okay, I wish I could turn the volume up on this thing. I don't know.
I know you're good. You're good. You're good. We can hear you good.
Oh no, I want to be able to hear you well. I want it to be louder on my phone. But man, when I was a kid, I was into magic tricks and stuff. And I used to love sleight of hand. I like to fool my friends. And at this time, there was a TV show called Soap. You might have remembered the show. It was two dysfunction. You remember that show? You're too young to remember that.
You don't remember? You don't remember?
You remember? Yeah, that's it. Do 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 do. You know, and it was two dysfunctional families. Billy Crystal was on there. He was the first gay guy on television. Robert Guillaume was the butler.
Right.
Benson.
And that's where Benson came with the spinoff.
And they had a brother, Jay Johnson, was the ventriloquist, and the whole family was a bunch of misfits. But whenever he brought Bob out, because they went by the name of Chuck and Bob, the family would, want to kill him, and they would choke him and stuff. Hey, what you doing? Hey. And it would be hilarious, man. As a kid, it would just have me busting up laughing, man. And I told my mother, I said, I want to do that. I want to be a ventriloquist. And she said, you want to do everything. She bought me a dummy.
Hey, man, don't say that.
Say what?
Don't say that, player. Don't say that.
Say what?
You just said it.
What?
You said the D word.
The D word?
Yeah.
What?
You know what you said.
Anyway, they bought me a dummy.
Hey, man, I told you, man. I told you, don't be doing that. Now, I resemble that statement.
They brought me a figure.
Now, that's better. That's much better.
They brought me a figure for Christmas, and it came with a book on how to throw your voice. I learned the basics, and I took a home study course. I found a home study course in the back of a comic book.
Oh, wow.
Believe it or not, I did everything they told me to do, man. And I got into a talent show at my mother's job. She worked for Nationwide Insurance Company. They had family talent night, and I got into the show, and everybody loved it. And they said, how much do you charge? And I was like, charge? Oh, I can make money and have fun at the same time.
What? Are you kidding me? At 13 years old? What?
Right. So
Man, that was amazing. Then I got
was
to my
Woody
second show.
was Woody that first puppet?
Yeah, but it was a different Woody. It was the same voice, but he was the first. Woody's evolved.
Yeah, I've evolved over the years. I've grown. I've grown into who I am. I got grown man parts right now. I got grown man parts. I got grown man parts. Okay, Demar. It's all wood. It's all wood.
Now, how do you practice ventriloquism? Is it ventriloquism? Is that the proper
Ventriloquism? Yeah, that's it. The art of throwing the voice.
Right.
It comes from the Latin word ventriloquy, which means belly talk. It's like the voice is coming from your belly.
Yes, sir.
So how do you practice it? How do you just
practice in the mirror, making sure that your lips ain't moving, and you need some more practice. You're gonna get a ticket for a moving violation, player.
Yeah, you practice in the mirror, man. You got to have a voice that's different from your voice. Okay, right. So you're a comedian. You used to doing impersonations and stuff. You got to have a different voice. So you want to make it opposite. So Woody's like, hey, I talk like this. You know what I'm saying? He's like the homeboy type guy. You know what I'm saying? He like your cousin Pookie. Yeah, Pookie. I know Pookie. Yeah, he used to go to school with me. Yeah, he was 18 years old in the 5th grade. Dude used to smoke cigarettes in the teacher's lounge.
So what's the hardest part? The voice or not moving the lips?
Well, the manipulation.
Hey, that don't sound like a good word, man. Are you manipulating me, man? That don't sound right, do it? That sounds like some human trafficking right there. Right.
No, manipulation is
there goes my man Curtis Bateman.
Manipulation, making a move, moving him with the voice at the same time and keeping him alive. That's the key, man. That's the key to making this whole thing seem like it's real.
Yeah.
Right. If I act like he's real, then you gonna act like I'm real. Right. But if I treat him like he ain't nothing but a piece of wood, then he's just sitting there like this. I see the ventriloquist like that.
That's scary right there.
He just out there.
I'm just out there like I'm a mannequin at Target or something. I'm just.
Now you look like a Tubi movie killer puppet right there, just standing still.
Yeah, I ain't doing nothing.
But as long as I keep it moving, he keep me moving. We keep it grooving. You know what I'm saying?
So coming up doing your thing. Well, how difficult or what was it like seeing different type of comedians do their thing, and then you come up with your friend and do the ventriloquist thing?
Man, I was young enough that I didn't know any better when I started. So, and I was good because there was nobody else that was doing what I'm doing, right? So whenever I brought him out, I obviously was able to command the audience, and do what it was I was supposed to do. So I made people laugh, and they really dug it, and so I fooled myself, I guess. He fooled himself until he could fool y'all. Right. But I just kept going, man, and developed over the years, man. Stage time, stage presence, jokes, man. Working on real jokes and stuff like that. And man, people come to my show, and I don't know, if they never seen me before, they might think, oh, this is gonna be a puppet show. Yeah, I ain't no puppet. I got your puppet, all right. I got your puppet. I ain't no puppet player. It's gonna be funny, man. It's gonna be something like he's in the moment. He's talking about real stuff.
Right. Now Woody, I see you got the YouTube page launched now, the Woody with the Scoop and safety tips, man. So tell me a little bit about the YouTube page. Oh yeah, I got a YouTube page called MadeYouLaugh.com. Tell them about it. Made You Laugh, MADE, the letter U, LAFF.com. Somebody type that in the chat room for me. MADE, the letter U, LAFF.com. Yeah, we monetized. We monetized. Yeah, we monetized. Okay. I've been on there long enough. I got a lot of videos on there, man. I got over 550, almost 600 videos on there, man. All kind of stuff. Our shows, stuff on the road. Man.
We're just trying to make people laugh, man. Trying to bring families together. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, man.
So,
It's all good.
how long have you been in comedy now?
Man, I started this when I was 13 years old, man. And he is,
Wow.
how old am I? He's 17 years old right now. How many years old am I? You're 17 years old. I was born in 1962.
Oh, okay.
All right. Actually, no, I'm gonna tell you, I'm 60 years old. I'm 60. I've been doing comedy I've been doing this since I was 13. But full time, I went full time in 97. I was in Maryland, Washington, D.C. I came up in comedy with Chris Thomas.
Let's see, Wanda Sykes,
Teddy Carpenter, and Dave Chappelle. We were all in D.C. together. Tommy Davidson had just left. Martin had left a few years before. And so that was Wanda Sykes, Dave Chappelle.
You see where they are, you see where he is.
With Woody Clowney.
All right, stop. That's enough with this. No.
Now you're originally from Connecticut, right?
Yeah, I'm originally from New Haven, Connecticut.
Yeah, he's a northern Negro.
Yeah. I'm originally from New Haven, Connecticut. But after I got out of college at Hampton University, the real HU, after I got out of Hampton, after pledging Kappa Alpha Psi
to the day I die.
And I just didn't realize Woody got on a red coat. All that just made sense to me now. Now that you said that, all that just made 100% sense to me.
We ought to be switched up.
Yeah, because I see you got the red, the crimson and cream background, and you got on a blue shirt. Y'all need to switch. You need to change shirts. You and Damon need to change shirts.
Well,
anyway, so when I got out of Hampton, I moved to the Washington D.C. area, and I was working in corporate America, Xerox, and look at it. Look, he done changed up. Look at he done changed up. Look at him. He done changed up. I was moonlighting doing comedy, man, with Chris Thomas. We used to go down to the clubs, and we used to go to the clubs every week, man. And the same club, I can't think what's the name of that club. In Oxon Hill, Maryland, I can't think of it.
Got in so much trouble there.
We used to do the same show every week. Me, him, Kevin Anthony. You know Kevin Anthony?
Yeah.
You know Danny Williams, Tony Woods, and those guys. Tony Woods was with us too, man. Tony Woods. We all came up. Donnell Rollins. Those guys came after. Donnell Rollins, Dominique, and Red Grant. All of them came. They were like the next school. But it was it was me, Chris. Tony Woods, Teddy Carpenter. We all came up together.
Great comedians.
And that's where I really, the comedy connection of Greenbelt, Maryland, that's where I got my chops. And I worked there and did a lot of shows. And then I got on Comic View when, who was?
D.L. Hughley. D.L.
Hughley was the host of BET Comic View. I think it was 92. And I did that.
He was on the original Comic View.
I think so.
Yeah. DL. I think DL was the first host, right?
Yeah, DL was the first host.
Yeah,
yeah,
he was on the original.
And then we came on there again.
Then I did it several seasons of Comic View. It was a few years later, and I got on Def Comedy Jam. I think it was 95. I got on Russell Simmons Def Comedy Jam.
That was our first. That was major exposure.
Yeah, that was major exposure. That was good. So by that time I was like really hitting the East Coast really good. We were traveling, and by that time the black comedy industry had begun, and we were working on the creative tour, and we were running from DC up to Richmond, all the way North Carolina, South Carolina. We were all over, man. By that time we were hitting all the spots, man. And everybody was out there. We were all trying to make a name for ourselves, and black comedy had exploded around that. 98, I left and moved to Los Angeles. I want to see how far I could go.
And he went 3,000 miles away.
And I became a paid regular at the world famous Comedy Store, which definitely was a big goal for me. I got my name painted on the wall.
Yeah, it's still there, unless they painted over it.
No, it's still there. Willie Brown and Woody if you go into the Comedy Store in the driveway, and it's right there on the wall on the left, up high. That was amazing. That was great. did all the clubs out there. Laugh Factory, Improv. You know, LA was good to me. I got into the Screen Actors Guild.
Oh, okay.
Booked some commercials, some no budget films, some low budget films, and just stay with it, man. But I was already on the road before I went to LA, so LA is a showcase town. You're only going to get 10 minutes on stage if that much time, but I could get stage time at all the clubs pretty much, which was cool.
I was making sure everything was working, so yeah, we're good.
How we doing? We doing all right?
Yeah, we good. I was just making sure all the sound and everything was working. While make sure we can hear you talking.
Okay, can you hear us good?
I see you looking at the screen like you can't hear.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting close to my. Now, I can turn it up over here, but it'll be feedback.
Doing all right?
Yeah, we good. I was just making sure I sound.
I don't want to do that.
Right, I got
It'll be feedback because it's usually louder coming out of my phone. I don't know. It's all the way up to it's all the way up.
Right. So I see there's on TikTok, there's a lot of ventriloquists on TikTok that I've been seeing, and they're doing the singing and all that. So have you incorporated singing into the act with the?
Yeah, man. You know, a little bit. You know, we sing you. I got you.
We're gonna do some Frank Sinatra on the cruise ship. I got you under my skin.
It sounds like eczema.
I've got you deep in the heart of me.
You sure that's not gas? So deep in my heart, I let the day. I got you under my skin. I sing all kind of songs.
Right. So when
y'all back in the day, you could use a song to tell your friend that he had eczema. You can use the old Earth, Wind and Fire. You can like dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. You need lotion. Ooh, your skin is dry as candy. Dun, 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 dun. Like a gator. Ooh, in the Serengeti. You need lotion. I'm here all week. Don't worry, I'm here all week.
So when y'all travel, is Woody is he carry-on luggage or is he how many bags you gotta take when you travel?
Yeah, 2 bags.
And I used to try to carry him up. I really want to carry him with me, but unfortunately,
he put me underneath the plane with the animals and stuff. You know, I don't like dogs of mine because I used to be a tree, cuz. It's all wood.
Anyway, yeah, man. Unfortunately, man, now my show has gotten bigger. So I got him.
You got Uncle Rufus.
Got Aunt T. Yeah, you got me. Uncle Rufus, what you doing? What you think I'm doing? Uncle Rufus over there.
Yeah, Uncle Rufus.
You need to come get me. I'm gonna come get you in a minute.
Uncle Rufus, wait a minute.
No, you wait a minute.
Look, let him do his thing.
So I got Uncle Rufus, and so I got to carry him. I got to check those bags. You get to check 2 bags, man, on Delta.
We medallion on Delta. We get 2 bags for free.
You got Woody, Uncle Rufus, and was Aunt
T. Aunt T.
So me and you was we was talking one day about your new character. You would enlighten everybody about the new character that you want to try.
Oh yeah, we thinking about getting no, you better not.
I was thinking about getting it. Some of y'all might laugh about this. Damon and I were talking about. I was thinking about getting a gay character.
What? Get out of here! No, you ain't. No, you not. You ain't gonna be in the suitcase with me, player. He ain't gonna be in the suitcase with me, dog.
Look, Woody, don't worry about that. It's not even about that.
Nah, I'll tell you. I didn't know you was like that.
No,
I thought you were straight. I am straight, yeah, but your hand is crooked. He's straight, but his hand is crooked. Come on now.
No, really. I thought about it. I've been thinking about it. It sounds like it would be a funny character, man.
What you gonna make him? The minister of music? Don't y'all get offended. Don't y'all get offended now.
Well, I mean, from what you telling me, I definitely, as a comedian, I definitely think it's funny.
I think it's hilarious too. If the dude came out,
the way people perceive things these days, it's just
they not as well received it. It's already happening.
Right. It's already happening, but it's just the way people perceive things.
They say art imitates life. I don't know. I just think it would be funny. I know it would be funny. I know people will be cracking up if I brought that Joker out the suitcase. He had on a shirt and he had it tied in a knot at the bottom, tied in a knot. And he had on a tam, a nice a hat, man, in a one big hoop earring. Oh my God! No people will fall. Like he said, "How you doing?"
Man, let me shout out to people that's online checking the show out, man. Shout out to my man Luke Prince.
People would lose it. People would lose it. Look at Luke. Luke liked that idea.
Bateman, Champ Willie said Woody is crazy. So you know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, you better not do it.
No, I'm thinking about it because we got to have equal rights. Equal right. Everybody needs an opportunity.
Right.
Here you go with the LBGTEF. Whatever. TUVXYZ. How many letters can you use?
Right. So let me ask you this. With all the years in comedy, all the traveling you did, I love to ask comedians like their road stories. What is like one of your favorite road stories and one of your worst road stories?
My favorite road story. What's the last part of that? My favorite.
And what is a worst road story?
Oh wow, favorite road stories. Man, I had one really good road story. I remember one time I was in L.A. and I was opening up for Al Green, and so me and my girlfriend at the time, we drove up to the Chumash Casino. It was a couple of hours up north of Los Angeles, and I drove up there, and we went to the casino. I did my thing. I had a great show that night. I opened up for Al Green, and when I finished, we stayed, watched a little bit of the show. The show was over, so then at the end of the night, we went out to the front of the casino, and the guy brought my car up. I had a Mercedes E320 at the time, and he pulled it up, and me and my girlfriend, the guy opened the door. Me and my girlfriend got in. It was a beautiful moment, man. It was just like, I got in. Everybody was like, "Hey, that's the guy. Hey, you were great. You were so hilarious." And man, we just got in the car. I got in the car like I was a big star. It was funny, man. We shut the door and I peeled out. Man, that was a great moment, man. That was like, I couldn't make that moment up. It was like perfect. It was just me and my girl got in the car. We was like, we was gone.
Now, have you ever made a mistake of leaving somebody at home by accident, or getting left on a plane?
They got lost before. United Airlines lost Woody
for 3 weeks.
For 3 weeks, right? And we were in the middle of taping on Showtime's Showtime's Barbershop series. Remember when Ice Cube he turned the movie into a sitcom? And so I had a recurring role on there. They called it Tony and Treasure. That was my name. I was supposed to be a homeless atheist, ex-Marine or something, and Woody was supposed to be a street evangelist. It was crazy. Anyway, it's pretty good scene. It's on my YouTube channel, and so I shot the first episode. It was really good, and then I had to go to DC to do a show, and I went to DC. And I checked Woody in on the way back, and he never made it back to LA. United Airlines lost him, and they thought it was a joke until I got my lawyer. I had to get a lawyer, and it cost me like $500 for him to write a letter. He wrote a letter to United, man. The very next day he showed up because he said if he doesn't show up within a day, he says we're going to start proceedings. As soon as they said that, United somehow found the suitcase, which they couldn't have missed his suitcase. He was in a trunk. They had all these different stickers all over it. Very unusual type of trunk. It was probably in the back somewhere, and somebody didn't look real good, But they didn't know that he was a celebrity puppet.
That's right. They didn't know who I was.
Oh, wow.
I ain't your average puppet. I'm a celebrity puppet.
Right.
And so I had sent a press release to the Late Show. Jay Leno was going to have me on the show. I was almost on Jay Leno, but we found him, so I couldn't go on with it. But I was going to say, ventriloquist loses his puppet. It was going. We were going to get some mileage out of that thing.
Right. So we went from Comic View to Def Jam to working
Bounce
with Al
TV.
Green.
We did Bounce TV's sitcom Last Call. As a matter of fact, somebody called me yesterday and told me they saw it. I heard it's still showing it. The show's not on the air anymore. Bounce. It was my man from Martin was on the show. Carl Payne, and
he's been
the brother that was in
Living Single. What's his name? From Living Single.
John Hinton.
No, the other brother.
Cal.
What's his name?
Cal or John Hinton?
No, it's the other. It wasn't John Hinton. It was the other brother.
So that would have been Cal.
Kyle, yeah. He was on the show. I don't know if you've seen that show. It was, it was on for a couple seasons.
I don't think it made it.
Yeah,
they had to bounce.
Yeah. What did they do?
They had to bounce.
But I had a good scene, couple of good scenes on there, really good scenes. Matter of fact,
that's on our channel, MadeYouLaugh.com. You can look at it.
Okay. So from Bounce TV and now in your life you are a minister. So how did the
well he used to be a sinister, but now he's a minister.
I'll tell you what happened. I started going to the CCA, which is the Christian Comedy Association conferences years ago.
Shout out to the CCA.
CCA, yeah. I started going to the CCA, and I was meeting comedians that were ministers, that were pastors, guys that had gone to divinity school, and I was like, I was impressed by it for some reason. I mean, I was in church, man. I'm a type of believer that I really take in the word, and I think the word becomes you.
Right.
I didn't put no limitations on the word of God. I think if you're really in the word of God and you start out sitting in the back row of the church, eventually you're gonna move up, man. So at some point you got to move to the middle. At some point you got to move to the front and become something, a deacon,
talking lot ministry. You're gonna do something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I joined the talking lot ministry myself, and it ain't no easy job because they let me go, Damon.
Why they let you go, Woody?
So they said I was fussing out the members, so they fussed me out. And look, this one guy will come every week. He gonna tell me where he gonna park, Damon. Yeah, you talking about I'm parking right here. I said, no, you ain't. He gonna say, I'm parking right here. I said, no, you're not. He said, look here.
So
if you don't let me talk here, it's gonna be me and you. I said, come on, Pastor. Come on, Pastor. Come on, Pastor. You do this every week. Come on, man. You gonna let me do my job?
He had a pastor sign right there saying that's his parking spot.
Or you gonna micromanage me? What you gonna let me do my job, or is you gonna micromanage me?
Anyway, I met comedians like John Gray and different people. I said, man, that John Gray is powerful. I said, man, he's more than just a comedian. That dude's an evangelist. That dude, I was seeing people at the CCA, and I was like, it changed my walk, man. And I knew, I said, man, I'm more than just a comedian, man. I got to speak up for God. I'm like, Jeremiah 1, he says, I'll put the words on your lips. I put the words on your lips, man. So I said, well, hey,
you already put the words on my lips. So you might as well let God put the words in your lips.
Exactly. And so I said, man, if I could speak and tell jokes, I know I can tell people about Jesus Christ coming back. I could talk to them about salvation, eternal life, man. And that's what I started doing, man. And now I bought it, hook, line, and sinker. I really did. I never knew that I was going to go that far. I went back to school, got my master's degree in theology from Ohio Christian University. They had a satellite campus here in Georgia. And then I got on my pastor's ministry and training program at Tabernacle of Praise Church International.
Where praise meets your every need.
Yeah, with Pastor T.J. McBride and Shanae McBride. And man, I got involved, man. I just never stopped. And next thing you know, I ended up, I was a chaplain of a prison.
Right.
We did that for
I did that for over a year during COVID.
Because we needed some work. We got tired of being at home. You know what I'm saying? So we went to the prison.
How did they accept y'all in the prison?
Went to the prison, and I tell all the ministers at the prison,
what you tell them?
When they come to minister to the prison, I said, look here, y'all be careful. Make sure you don't bring in no contraband.
And what is contraband?
I said, look here, leave your cell phone, your gun, and your cigarettes in the car. Am I right, Damon? Am I right?
Right.
Because if you don't, you're going to stay here longer than you expected. Instead of you doing prison ministry, you're gonna be minister too.
So
I said, leave your cell phone, your
Willie never try
gun.
to put a cake. Willie never try to put a cake or nothing in your jacket.
What's that?
Said Willie never try to put a cake or anything in your jacket.
No, I ain't had no cake with a knife in it. I said, leave your cell phone, your gun, and your cigarettes in the car. So they know me, Damon. They know Willie. Willie was the chaplain.
That's right. I'm the chaplain.
Right. Oh,
They know us because that Willie was the chaplain.
I'm the chaplain.
Every time we got down to the prison, Willie would leave his cell phone, his gun, and his cigarettes in the car. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We ain't going in there like that. We ain't going out like that. You leave your cell phone, your gun, and your cigarettes in the car.
And how was y'all received? How was y'all received in the prison?
Huh?
How was y'all received?
Oh, they loved it, man. I think I led a lot of the women to Christ, man. No doubt.
It was a women's prison.
It was a women's prison, man. That's a whole different animal, man. A whole different animal. But I knew it was going to be tough after, those 2 weeks of basic training, 2 weeks of training, 8 hours a day. And all I learned was how not to get locked up yourself. That's all I learned. I said, hold it. What's up? What's going on in here? They told me, don't get manipulated by the prisoner. Because prisoners, they'll talk you into some stuff. A pack of Newports goes for $200 in the prison.
Right.
$20 a cigarette.
Right.
Prisoners is making more money than the correction officers. You hear what I'm saying?
So none of the ladies try to hit on y'all or anything to get out or anything?
No, nobody ever crossed the line. Because I set the parameters, man. It's your posture. Right. They knew that I was a real man of God, and I wasn't in there to be playing around, man. I'm in there to help you, but I ain't in here trying to spend the night here. Okay, right. I ain't trying to be locked up. I ain't stupid. I'm a real man of God, and I knew God put those women in my care. They were in my care, and and God spoke to me. He said, "Take care of my daughters. I need you to talk to my daughters, man." And I think that's why it was important for me to be in there, even though it's not easy for a man in a female prison. They needed to see a good man, because they probably had been around so many men that misused them and abused them and did all kinds of things, and which is one part of the reason why they were in there. So I had to be spectacular, man. I had to be set apart. I had to be that dude, and I did. I did my job. It was great, man. It was amazing.
Now, have you ever been able to do all three of the characters at one time? Have you ever been able to do that?
Been able to do what now?
All three characters at one time?
You asking a lot. Hold on a second. Hey, what's going on there, Damon? This is Uncle Rufus. Hey, Uncle Rufus, how you doing? I'm doing good, nephew. No, that's the nephew right there. How you doing, Damon? Hey, Damon, that's
my great, Uncle. I'm doing great. Good.
You gotta talk loud, because this man can't hear that good. He getting old.
Good
Willie, you can't hear nothing. You need a hearing aid.
What's going on with you?
How you doing there? What's going on with you, young man?
Man, not a whole lot, man. Just bringing the podcast back, man. Glad to have you guys on. What's been going on?
I'm so glad you called us, because, we were sitting around here. We wasn't doing nothing. And all right, Woody ain't wasn't doing nothing, just passing gas, passing gas. That's all we were doing, passing gas.
So what's been going on with you, Uncle Rufus? How you been doing? What's been going on?
I'm doing all right. COVID is over, and I just kind of so glad that, because I used to wear my mask when I was by myself, because I don't know where I've been. You know what I'm saying? You ever see that dude driving down the street in the car, be by himself with a mask on? Yeah. You be like, what's wrong with this fool?
Right.
You wonder, who is this guy? Who is it? That would be me. That was me, Damon. That was me. I was trying to keep from getting what I already got.
So did you enjoy being in the prisons, Uncle Rufus?
Huh?
Did you enjoy the prison work?
Yeah, prison was good as long as we get to go home. Lord have mercy. I was not trying to stay up in that joint. Right. It was all right. We did what we had to do. We was there. You got to go to the prisons, like I tell you in Matthew. When I was hungry, did you feed me? When I was naked, did you clothe me? When I was incarcerated,
did you come to visit me?
Right.
What you done to the least of these, you done unto me.
Mm.
Amen.
Amen. So we
Amen.
had Easter yesterday.
That's a word right there.
It definitely was.
And they either say in Matthew, you supposed to treat yourself like you the prisoner.
Right.
Identify with their situation. I know what it's like being locked down because this fool keeps us locked down all the time in the suitcase.
That's right, man. They have us on lockdown, but we ain't do nothing 24 hours a day.
Yeah, 24 hours a day on lockdown. Damon, you know that ain't right. You ain't right with it.
You ain't right with it. You ain't right.
So how was y'all Easter yesterday?
Well, happy Resurrection Day.
I thought, what'd you say, Uncle Ruth? You said happy resurrection. I happy erection day. Uncle Ruth, you know, he be taking Viagra nowadays. And I think he might have said happy erection day. I said, I don't know
where you trying to put words in now. Happy Resurrection Day. It was great. We was on our way back. Well, we went to Newport News. I had to go out of town to go to a homegoing celebration for someone, for a business partner. Okay. And that's my wife and I. We went to Newport News, Virginia. We came back, and we were just here in the house by ourselves.
So you
sometimes we don't go nowhere.
While you was in the house by yourself, you didn't cook nothing, no great big old Easter meal.
I didn't go Easter egg hunting or nothing like that. You know, I don't really get down like that. I don't believe in it. Okay. I think all that Easter bunny stuff is kind of paganistic.
Right.
Yeah, it ain't real. So that was about the fertility gods back in the day. You want me to break it down for you?
Break it down.
People believed in the fertility god. They wanted to have babies. They thought having sex was power.
Yeah, they thought they were going to get power by having sex and orgies and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It increased your sexual powers.
Mm. And they was praying and worshiping the fertility god.
But you know, God, he don't like you to put no other god before him. He's a jealous God.
Yes, sir.
He don't play that. God don't play that.
No. We're running short on time. We're gonna be out here in a second. Where's my auntie at?
Auntie, I think she getting her hair done or something. She getting her hair.
Yeah, I think she getting her hair done tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she doing something to get the nails did.
Okay.
She's a AKA, you know.
Oh yeah, really?
She's an Alpha Kappa. She played down in what she go to school on? She played down in Tar Heel University, North Carolina, back in 1939 at I Ate a Potato chapter. Yeah, she played by herself. They called her Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, you know why they called her that? No, why? Because she put them crackers in a barrel, baby. She put them crackers in a barrel, baby.
Yeah, y'all are crazy. Then Willie, I know over the years you started the clean comedy clinic. Now tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, we wasn't always clean.
Now we might not be clean tonight.
No, we clean. We clean tonight. Yeah, we clean tonight, but not tomorrow. No, we clean every night. You know,
it wasn't always like that.
No, it wasn't. You know, that was a process, man. And I think part of that came from being with Clean Comedians. I was with an agency called Clean Comedians, and they said you got to be clean all the time. Mm. And yeah, we used to do it when we wanted to do it.
Until they called us on TV. Somebody saw us doing something, and they said, "No, we heard you were doing blue comedy." And Willie lied and said, "No, that wasn't us. That was somebody else."
Right.
Anyway, I felt really bad about it, man. And I thought about it. I said, man, I told him that wasn't me. And I felt like Peter, man. I really felt like I denied Jesus. Honestly, I did. I was 35 years old at the time. And there's no reason for me to tell them that. But I was afraid they were going to let me go from the roster. How selfish of you. Yeah. And 3 days went by. I remember telling my mother, I said, "Ma, I got to call these people and tell them." They asked me if that was me on TV. I told them it wasn't me. It really was me. My mother said, "You know, you got to make it right. You know what you got to do." And I called them up. I remember calling them back. I called Dion. She was the head of the comedy at Outreach Comedy. And they were in Vista, California. I said, "Dion, I remember when you asked me You asked me if that was me on TV, and I doing Blue Commie. I told you that wasn't me. I said that was me. I said I didn't tell you the truth. I'm sorry. And I said if you have to let me go from the roster, I totally get it. I said she said, you know, Willie, she said we really like you. She said we don't want to let you go. We had a few people that we were having some issues with, but she said we love your talent, we love your heart, and we're so glad that you came back to tell us the truth to make it right. She said you're the type of person that we want on the roster. And I was like, man, because I was getting like 90% of my work was coming from them. They could have cut me, man. But that was the love of Christ. That was the love of Jesus. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Lord have mercy. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Yeah, man. Sometimes I tell that story, it almost brings a tear to my eye. But man, that is the love of Jesus, man. And because of that, it changed my walk. It changed my walk because I know I probably could be more popular if I was using that kind of language. You know, people would love to see these puppets say a lot of foul things, but the Bible says, let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth except for that which is edifying to the hearer. There's a lot of scriptures in the Bible that speak about using profanity, you know, and a lot of people don't think it's a big deal, but yes, what you say out of your mouth, man, life and death is in the power of the tongue, and those that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So you got blessings and you got curses
coming out the same mouth.
That's right. Coming out the same mouth, man. And when you speak that kind of stuff over people,
it rests in their heart.
That's right. You're planting seeds on people, man. And you're going to be held accountable for it. Now, some people don't believe that, but I'm just saying. Now, I just been hearing a lot of controversy about
Monique.
What? I ain't going to say nothing about Monique's Netflix special. I ain't going to say nothing about it. You talking about Monique's Netflix special?
Yeah, Monique's Netflix special. They said she used a lot of profanity.
I didn't hear it. They said there was a lot of cussing.
A whole lot of cussing.
I'm telling you, it was a lot in like the first 5 minutes. I can and
they said she brought Cussing's first cousin to the show.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but I heard a lot of comedians, even professional, veterans, say that they thought it was extensive. It was maybe a little. It could mess up the show because, it's like eating a dinner, man.
You got a little salt, a little seasoning in your food, but you put too much salt on them collard greens, you can't eat them jokers. You got to throw that away. You can't eat it. You got to throw it away.
That's right. Speaking of her special, I was wondering if she got out of everything that she put into the argument with Netflix. I was wondering if she got everything out of it that she wanted to get out of it.
I don't know, but I think we have to be careful, and but the Bible says what's in the heart comes out of the mouth.
Right.
Whatever's in your heart comes out of your mouth. And see, we got to get our hearts right, because I think a lot of times we're expecting, man, we want to be received by the world. Now, I'm not saying that we should just do our comedy in church only. I think we need to get outside of the church, because people in church are supposed to be saved. Yeah, if they want to book you for a show, cool. But the church is not a comedy club.
And it never will be.
That's right. We got to get out to the comedy clubs like what you do. That's why I'm going back to the comedy clubs. I've been getting back out here. Some of these places are a little rough. I was at a cigar bar the other day.
Yeah, he had to put my clothes in the cleaners. Come on, man. That don't make no sense. I'm at home. I'm coughing up cigar smoke in the middle of the night.
But we're looking for the world to validate us, and I think that it's amazing. Someone at her level who received a Oscar winner would have to fight the way she has. But sometimes it's your mouth that can get you into some situations, man. We've seen a lot of people.
Kanye West, lost $1 billion in one day. Come on, Kanye. How you gonna lose $1 billion in one day, player?
I mean, you gotta be careful what you say out of your mouth, man, because it can change your whole existence. Wars were started because of what people said out of their mouth.
Right.
Wars are started. Think about it. You start a fight with one guy, you get him, he gets you. Then you go get your brother. He come. He go get his big brother. You go get your sister. He get his sister.
Then
He get their cousin. Now you got a full-blown war going on.
Right.
Because if somebody said something to the other person, we don't even know if it was true. And so, man, I think in these last days, we have to examine ourselves, our hearts, because the way I look at it, man, we're not getting any younger. We're all getting older. From the day you were born, you're aging. And, at me being 60,
if you in the fourth quarter, and it's a full court press, lady. It's a full court press. Right. You in the fourth quarter, Willie. It's a full court press.
That's right. So, what I'm trying to live my best life, man. And the word say your latter days will be greater than your early days. But I'm gonna do the best I can while I'm here. But I'm not looking for man to validate me. I'm not looking for all that. I don't have to be on the Academy Awards. I think we ought to have our own awards.
Right.
Then you think that you're not good enough, and you got to do this and you got to do that, and you got to jump through hoops and you got to use this kind of language. And Hollywood seems to have set the tone for comedy. But how many clean comedians do you know have really reached that national notoriety since Bill Cosby?
And we know what happened to Bill Cosby.
Exactly. It wasn't his fault. Right. He just liked to drink a drink or two and ask if you want one.
It's been a few, but none of our hue.
It's hard, man, because everybody think comedy is synonymous with vulgarity and profanity, pretty much, because it's the type of thing that you have to sneak and listen to. People like doing things where you got to sneak. Back in the day, you would sneak downstairs and listen to Richard Pryor.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's something about having to sneak and listen to it.
Right.
Stuff that you have to sneak and do.
That always seemed like fun.
That's why even church folk like to sneak and listen to some of them comedians too. See, they don't want to just listen to Willie Brown and Woody, Damon, Cherry, Akatunde, Curtis Dayton, and Chocolate. They want to listen to Cat Williams, Mike Epps, Lavelle Crawford, Cheryl Underwood, some more. So people like their flavor. They're like, some people say, well, they're keeping it real, but I think you should make it so that everybody can really understand what you're saying. Again, I can listen to the best of them. And Richard Pryor was just very clever with his vernacular. And I really believe that's who he was as an individual. He was true to it, but he was funny. I think his material would have been funny even without any profanity, but I don't think he was like some people just way overdo it.
Right.
I mean, like I said, too much salt on your plate make you want to get rid of the food. That's what I'm saying.
Now you had your series where you was showcasing a lot of clean comedians. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, that was the Gospel Comedy Live series. We're gonna do it again. I really want to put that back into works. My wife and I have been talking about it. I want to get some of the new comedians on there. I'd like to get you on there, and a lot of other comedians, some of the new comedians on, and give them a shot and put that out there. And I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna change the name also. Probably call it like Clean Comedy Live. Right. And not Gospel Comedy Live, because I think when I put the word gospel, it cuts a lot of people from even wanting to watch it. Some people won't even look at it because of the rapping on the outside of the package.
Right.
But the truth is, once they open it, they're gonna like it, man. They're gonna dig it. They're gonna dig all the comedians that we bring. They're all gonna be funny. They're all gonna be hilarious. And at the end of the night, they're gonna realize, wow, they didn't even cuss, man. Right. Some people can't believe that you could be funny without it. But I want to be able to entertain everybody. I want to entertain the old and the young. I want to bring the families back together. And that's my mission. And everything I do in this life at this point is really, to bless the family. I want to bring families back together, man. And I want the parents and the kids to be in one room and watching TV. You ain't got to go to your room, and you go to your room. And the truth is, if
my son, you trying to bring the TV dinner back then, huh?
Yeah, you know how it was back in the day. We only had one TV, so you all had to watch the TV together.
Right.
But nowadays, everybody don't want to go. He go to his room, she go to her room. You don't know what they watch. You need to be knowing what your family's watching, and that's the truth. And if there's something that my son shouldn't be watching, chances are I probably shouldn't be watching it either. Gotta be careful what you take in to your eye gates. What you take in through your eye gates and your ear gate, go to your heart gate. Come on now. Somebody preach this word. Somebody say that. Say that.
Jared Cookie's on. He's going to tell y'all what's up.
Big Daddy laugh a lot. I see you. I see you. What's up? That's one of the funniest men alive.
Right.
Yeah, he's a funny brother. Big Daddy laugh a lot. He's funny, man.
Well, South Carolina. If you film the series, it's not hard to get on Amazon and all that these days. As long as you got a film, it's not hard to sell it now these days.
That sounds good, man. Maybe you're gonna help me do this.
Oh yeah, we'll talk off air. We'll talk off air because I'm trying to shoot my special too. But the main thing about it, you have to have a 3-camera shot. There's one main thing that I know, and getting into their algorithm and getting it sold to them is not hard at all these days. Because you see, everybody got a special on Amazon now.
Yeah. And
some of them are just old stuff they may have shot 5-6 years ago, and they're getting it on Amazon and stuff now. So
really, what I want to do, my next goal is to do my one-man show. I want to do my one-man show first. Willie Brown and Friends. I want to get all my characters out. I want everybody to know who we are without a doubt. I want to put my special out there, and then I want to come back and do the Clean Comedy Live again and do like about 4 of those shows and bring that. It's time. Definitely time to do it. And we need to do it. And if we don't do it,
it ain't gonna get done.
I'm
telling you, man. And we can do it. And guess what? The technology is here, so the quality is going to be good. It ain't going to cost us what it cost back then when we shot it in 2013. I don't even have to build a whole set anymore because of the way television is and with the digital backgrounds.
Right.
You can put your logo right in the back, and man, we can make it nice and fresh, man. Yeah, I can't wait to do it. When are we gonna do it? When we gonna do it, Denon?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm here to help you. Like I said, I think I know how to get it. I think I know how to get it on Amazon. It's just I just haven't had the shot. But if you willing, we'll talk. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we need a 3 or 4. We need a 3 or 4 camera shoot. We need good sound. You got to have good sound, good lighting, and you got to make sure your cameras stay on the crowd. As much as you're on the comedians, you got to get crowd reaction shots. That's what sells a comedy show. You want to see people laughing, man.
And you want to make sure the people got teeth in their mouth. Everybody can't be missing the tooth on the side. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Like last time. Like everybody in there had a tooth missing.
So we've come to the end of the show. So I want to get one last.
It's the end of the show already. What? Are you kidding me?
Yes, we only do an hour. We only allotted an hour.
Oh wow,
man, it's a whole hour. I can't delete this in an hour, man. This is awesome.
Man. That's what happens when you have good conversation. So I want each one of y'all to leave with your last words and thoughts, and if they want to book y'all, how they can get in contact with booking you. And
man, you can call us, man. Basically, hit us up 310-663-9228. That's the phone number. 310-663-9228. Or you can go to Willie Brown and Woody.com. Willie Brown and Woody.com. That's our website. Or you can go to Made, MADE, the letter U, LAFF.com. Made You Laugh. That's our
YouTube channel.
Our YouTube channel. TikTok, Willie L. Brown on TikTok. Yeah, come on TikTok. We've blown up on the TikTok. We've blown up on the TikTok.
So one last word from the minister, and we're gonna be out of here. We'll leave him with a thought there, Willie Brown.
One more thought, man. Be the best that you can be, man. Be the best you that you can be, man. And seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. That's Matthew 6:33. It's my favorite scripture in the world, man. Keep God first, man. Everything else is gonna work out for you.
How about that?
But there it is, man. My name is Damon. I'm Cherry. This is Comic Talk. Y'all make sure y'all check us out each and every Monday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. We're comedians. And we talk about comedy, man. Tonight we had a great conversation with man Willie Brown, Uncle
No goat, no gout.
Woody.
I didn't have no gout.
Join us next week.
Oh, no gout. No gout.
YouTube,
I didn't have no gout.
Also check out DemonDemCherry.com.
No gout. No gout.
Ohio this weekend.
I didn't have no gout.
Willie Brown, we're gonna talk, man. I thank everybody for coming in. Let me shout out some last people.
Thank you, Demond. We appreciate you.
Yeah, man, we love you, bro.
I mean, for sure, love y'all too, man. We got my man
No gout.
Appreciate Jerry Cook coming on. Luke
I didn't have no gout.
Curtis Bateman, my man.
I didn't have no gout.
Quinn, appreciate y'all tuning in. Everybody else that tune in, proactive. So, this your boy DemonDemCherry, man. We're gonna see y'all again next week.
See y'all. Y'all be good.
Right here on Comic Talk.
It's all
Comic Talk. They're funny to me. 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 It's time for Comic Talk, where comedians talk about comedy and all things funny. Here's your host, Demond.